Hey guys, it's Sammi here. Sri Lanka Sammi, living life. I'm back at GIMBLE Beach, Camelot Beach Hotel. Just relaxing. I decided to take a 3-day holiday here, so I booked a hotel. Normally I just come for a day pass, as I talked to you about this before. But for the last couple of weeks, I've been stuck at home because of the fuel crisis. There's no fuel. So it's or fuel is being rationed or whatever, but I can't get a car to go out or do anything. I go out locally, but walking or taking a tuk-tuk, but it's difficult to get outside of the city to go to Colombo, go visit the relatives or anything like that, because we have gas in the car and we have an extra fuel tank, fuel can at home, but you don't want to use that just in case. You want to save it for an emergency, like when we go grocery shopping or something like that. Anyway, I'm here today. I'm going to talk to you about the realities of life, like things I wish I knew or that I realized looking through life through rose-colored glasses. And this is to my young friends out there, my young viewers who are just starting out in life, and these are the things you really need to understand. Okay, you really need to comprehend that life sucks. It is not fair. It sucks, and unless you are aware, spatially aware, culturally aware, financially aware, legally aware, you're going to be taken advantage of. And it's not worth it. So here's my advice. Number one, if you're in Korea, this is specifically about my experiences in Korea, but it can relate to anything throughout my life. So those of you who don't know me, I'm 53 years old. I'm a Canadian citizen. I have Sri Lankan citizenship. I have Korean permanent residence, and I also have Thai permanent residence. So all of these things I have because I've traveled. I was lucky. My parents traveled, etc. So I experience things on a global sense. Sorry, I'm at the swimming pool. Anyway, number one thing that I have said from day one, and it's even on my Facebook profile: never, ever, ever work for a company for life. They will take advantage of you. They do not care. Okay, they do not care about you. You are just a number. Okay, share your salary with your co-workers. Find out what it is that you, how much you are earning. Okay, do never, ever, ever rely on a company as your financial security. Here's the thing, okay, so for example, you say, oh, I got a good job. I'm making this amount of money. Let's say, just for round numbers, I'm making $1,000 a month, okay? My expenses are this, 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 and this, and I have this much left over. Oh, I get to spend that. No. Live like you're making half that amount. Don't get the big apartment. Don't get the big TV or anything. Minimize your life at the beginning of your career. Don't rely on the company. What if the company goes bankrupt? What if the company gets in huge legal trouble and has to close down? What if you get laid off? Well, what are you going to do? You have no savings. You have no expectation. What if you get another job that pays you less because you need a job to cover your expenses? Well, now you're screwed. Okay? So live like you are making less. Okay? And you hear this all the time. Pay yourself first. Do it. If you can put from your 18th birthday till your 30th birthday, if you could put $100 US a month into a savings account, just a basic savings account, compound interest, and then you stop at the age 30 until your age 55, you will have a huge amount of money. If I start saving at age 30 till 55, $100 a month. So I'm saving an extra 15 years. You still will have more money because of the compound interest. All you got to do is save for that first 12 years. And then imagine if you keep saving more and more as your salary increases. Every time you get a raise, take that raise and put it into savings. Because you got your raise, okay, and here's the other thing. Oh, I got a 5% raise. Yeah, but inflation was 7% or 2%. So you really only got a 3% raise, okay? Don't sell yourself short, okay? Don't be a team player. There's no such thing as a team player. A team player is you value my contribution to the team by remunerating me. And don't think that, oh, I got a job interview. So I had a job interview here in Sri Lanka just last week. And this week I need to put together a proposal for my, like how much I want. And they commented several times that I need to be cognizant of the Sri Lankan pay scale because I've never worked here before. So what I did is I contacted my cousins who are all retired, okay, and then my second cousins who are working in this industry, and I talked to the manager here who I know, and I asked what is the going rate. So they gave me numbers. Now don't undersell yourself, because for fear that so like let's pretend I asked for $1,000 and they will just look at it and go, oh, we can't pay that, we're not going to entertain your bid. No, that's not how it works. They will counter offer. You will never lose a job because you overbid. They will counterbid if they really wanted you. Now, it sets the expectation that you value yourself, and they should too. So don't undersell yourself. That is the biggest mistake people do is, oh, you know, what if I don't get the job? Well, so what? You know, people say, you know, minimum wage shouldn't be $15 because electricians make $15 an hour. Well, because electricians aren't valued enough, they should be paid more. So, you know, taxes. Why are you paying too much taxes? Don't. I have another video, look it up, about taxes, okay? Make sure you know exactly what you're paying, who you're paying, what deductions there are, what benefits there are. Take advantage of every single one of your benefits, okay? You don't ask permission for a day off. You say, I am taking a day off on this day. This is to notify you. Now, if you're working a part-time job, yeah, that's scheduling and things like that, but you're entitled to your days off, okay? You're entitled to your vacation. You have to take them, and take it. Because then the expectation is, oh, you won't take vacation because you work hard. No, take vacation and don't be available, okay? You're not, your boss will always tell you, oh, you're very valuable to the company. We can't do it without you, so you need to be available 24 hours a day. But then when it comes time to fire you or lay you off or cut costs, oh, you know, this is an area where we can cut labor. Now you're no longer valuable. Think about that for a minute, okay? When it comes time to labor, they will cut you because they'll find another way to do it. Now, coming on that, if you're ever in a situation where somebody has left and you have to take the workload, absolutely, I'll do it. I'll support the team for 1 week. After that, you got to start paying me more because I'm doing the work of 2 people. Okay? After 2 weeks, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore unless you pay me. Okay? It's not a team player. I'm a team player because I'm supporting you, but I'm an employee. I'm not an owner. Okay? If I am a valued person of the company, then, you know, give me profit. Otherwise, I'm an employee who you pay for my labor. Okay? Now, if an owner or a leader doesn't value you or can't see that, you got to do it a little bit politically correct or, you know, diplomatic about it. But you got to be upfront and say, listen, I'm not a partner. I'm not an owner. I'm an employee. You're paying me for the job that I do. If I was a team, if this was a team, then pay me profits. If we're all a team, if we're all a family, then pay me the profits of my work. Otherwise, pay me what my work is worth. And my work is worth this much. That person's work was worth this much. They've left, I'm doing their work, you need to pay me more. Because I'm doing the work of two people. That's only fair. Know your rights, know your laws, study labor law. Understand what it is that you are entitled to when it comes to layoffs, labor problems, sick days, pension, severance, all of those things, unemployment insurance, all of those things. Especially in South Korea, you really need to be aware of that, okay? And the best thing to do is to, talk to your coworkers, find out what's going on. Talk to everybody you can. It's not illegal to talk. It's called freedom of speech, okay? A couple of the biggest issues in South Korea is, sick days. There aren't any, unless it's in your contract. Extra work. Work outside of your contract, like your job description. Breaks. Extra work outside of your working hours. So like lesson planning and grading and things like that. You need to take a stand. So if they say, oh, you got to write these reports, I go, yeah, within the hours that you give me. You scheduled me for 6 working hours and 1.5 office hours. Once those 1.5 hours are done, I'm not doing any more. If there's more work to be done, you're going to pay me more. They're not going to fire you. Well, they might. And then if you're fired, well, you can get another job. Okay? Understand that nobody on this planet cares about you more than you. Okay? In some cases, not even your own family. I've heard horror stories about what some family members do to each other, like psychologically, emotionally. Not the physical stuff, I'm talking like emotional. But nobody's going to take care of you except for you. Only you can take care of you. So don't rely on anyone else. I constantly seeing people saying, oh, my school did this, my school did that for me. Why? Well, why don't you check up on it? Okay? Look at my video on taxes and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I'm very passionate about this because it's your money. It's your life. Why aren't you grabbing it by the neck and taking everything you can? If I had listened to my parents when I was 20, 25, I would have been retired by the time I was 40 or 35. If I had listened to them and done what they had told me. So this is what I'm doing, is telling you from my personal experience. Don't live outside your means. Save your money and do it quickly and fast when you're young, and then you can retire by the time you're 30, 35. People always say, oh, I'll do it later, or I'll do it next time, or, I'm going to live to be 80. What if you're not? I had a friend pass away at 42. 42 years old, and she passed away in 6 months from cancer. Diagnosis to death. Boom. It could be all over tomorrow. So, and there's an argument to be said to, live life, YOLO, okay? To spend every penny. Because what happens if you try to save everything and then you end up dying when you're 30? Well, that's a risk and a gamble you gotta take. I'm not saying live like a poor person for 25 years. What I'm saying is, don't live like a rap star or a basketball player or a movie star when you're not, okay? And here's another thing. You don't see Bill Gates and all of these guys wearing Fendi and Gucci. They wear t-shirts and jeans. Why? Because they don't need to tell people that they're rich by wearing clothes, okay? The only people who make money off of the clothes that you buy are the rich people, not you, okay? I've never bought like brand name clothes or stuff like that. It's the stupidest thing I have ever seen in my life. These people lining up to buy Nike shoes and stuff that are, you know, $400 or $500. I'm like, why? Like it's a fashion statement. I understand that, but it just, for me, it doesn't make sense when you're working at McDonald's, right? I mean, if you can afford it, great, but if you can't, why are you doing that? Why are you making rich people, stupid people rich? It doesn't make sense to me. But I guess I'm from a different generation. I'll admit it. I do spend money on things I want, like hotels. I 5-star hotel. I won't go for a small. I buy business class and first class tickets, flying. I like expensive food. But those are things that I consume and are for my immediate pleasure. Anyway, I'm not going to get, that's a whole different story. This is talking about things that you have to do to be in control of your life. So please, a word of advice is focus on you and take control of every aspect of your life. Financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all of it. Control it. Don't let anyone else do it for you, because they're not going to do it. I mean, we always say, if you want something done right, do it yourself. And this is it, okay? Itewan Sammi, Sri Lanka Sammi, wishing everyone a happy, healthy time, okay? I hope everyone is well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. If you've watched it to here, I appreciate it to you. Thank you. I Bohan. Sri Lanka Sammi, I'm out.